Welcome back, everybody. The Albion Arena Masters. Day 5. Round 5 of Group 1. So many numbers to remember and which order they go in. But right now, we're going to be bringing you an exciting match between the washed up ninjas and humble like Ron Weasley. Humble like Ron Weasley really impressing in the first week of matches, coming out near the top of the group. Looks like straight bangers are actually top now with 4 wins. King Mojo's team, very impressive in the match we saw, but it does seem that they actually forfeited a couple of their early matches, I believe, because Mr. Amir Shiro didn't manage to wake up. Pockle and King Vega instantly bouncing off to the off cap. Not sure what their game plan is here because there's 50 seconds to go. A little bit early to show your hand in terms of rotation. We got Dio and the boys on the point, holding fast. Mojo getting to work with that mana drain. We got Pockle on Curse, Geo Ozzy on the one hand Holy Mistcaller, King Vega on the glaive, getting that grudge. Or actually Amir Shiro with his bow seems to be getting it, and Dio having a lot of trouble. Protection and nature comes out. Dio actually shield boots back in to try and help himself. King Mojo is on top of the enemy with that mana drain chess piece. He's got that mana drain staff and he's running energy drain on the W as well. Miskatonic trying to shut him down. The Demon Helm comes out. Actually gonna get off a Stalker's Hood Mighty Swing, but Bongo getting ripped through by Amir Shiro's by one hit to finish him, and Amir can't quite get that last hit onto one of these healers. It's actually a double healer set up from Humble like Ron Weasley. We actually saw quite a lot of these in Group 1 and 2. We didn't see so many in the later groups. Actually, a lot of people running the grudge combo as well, though. Looks like Bulbarina actually grudging himself, trying to put the pressure onto Mojo. Down comes the mana drain, but Mojo is silenced and he is dropping so quick. Geo needs to save him. A little desperate prayer comes out, but in the meantime, Miskatonic lands that mighty swing onto Geo and the healer goes down. That might not mean a lot though, because it looks like the washed up ninjas have not only got their own left cap, they've managed to sneak that invade and get a 2-1 on the first rotation despite losing 2 members. We'll see how they approach the second one. I think their game plan has been spotted, and Pockle and the guys will definitely have a bit more of a problem trying to get this off cap now. Pockle and King Vega going straight in for it. And Eplick, he's going to have a bit of a time. He does have that nature shield. Looks like Bulbarina with the one-hand curse and torch is going to come in. Is there a purge, though? Is there a purge for the living armor? Because that'll be the difference between this working and it not working. Looks like the purge is not going to come out. Pockle's going to get dropped by that grudge. Now Bulbarina going to drive away King Vega from that point. Really quick kill on him as well. Pockle up. Still no top left cap gone either. King Mojo, Geo Ozzy and Emir still fighting over the middle, but Bulbarina's returned to the fight now, and it's a 3v4. Made that a 4v4 because Pockle's now here. Eplick is going to come in. We're going to turn this into a 5v5. Mojo with that mana drain bubble. But he doesn't have the health, and I'm just not seeing any purges come out onto the grudge or nature's armor. I think those are some things that need to be removed if they want to push through the damage to get through. Mojo activating his shield in the meantime. Does survive the mighty swing. Very aggressive use of the mana drain. He has drained Dio down to absolutely nothing. Miskatonic is out of juice as well. I feel that if he could survive the pressure of that grudge, though, or if they could remove that grudge, he could get in deeper and start targeting the healers. That's where the real meaty mana drains are. Mojo now has that death curse applied. It is going to pop. He needs to be very careful here. The poison potion comes out, blasts through his shield, nearly brings him down. In the meantime, though, Pockle cuts down Bongo. Now Bulbarina isolated, but the 2 healers are nowhere to be seen. One is dead, and Epic is on the point, having his mana drained over and over again, and it looks like the washed up ninjas firmly taking control of this fight. Pockle going to secure the kill onto Epic. Miskatonic is in there building those stacks, but there's no healer anymore. Bongo comes in with a desperate prayer, but it's slightly too late, and Bongo is almost insta-killed. He gets in there. He tried to save his friend. He paid with his life. And at the moment, rotation 2 is looking very, very solid for the washed up ninjas. Mojo starting to drain the nature healer's energy before he can even get in. He does get that living armor off. Dio going to get healed up nicely. Mojo trying to reposition. Pockle and Vega on the front line. And Miyashiro's grudge putting out pressure on Epic, knowing that the living armor's already gone. Down comes the mana drain bubble and the mana drain chest. Bulbarina has to use his leap to get out of it, and Mojo's just chasing him down. Manages to land the silence on Bongo, forces the cleanse to come out. Miskatonic is trying to put some pressure out with that Claret Blade. Nearly gets killed by Amir Shiro with that grudge. Now the Death Curse poison potion onto Amir. He's got the shield from King Mojo. It might have been too early though. The shield's going to expire, but he does survive the curse. He was able to evade and let that vile curse tick down. Bulbarina only just survives, getting a last second heal over time from Epic. Miskatonic now silenced. He doesn't have the energy to do his mighty swing. Mojo has made him completely useless here. Bongo forced to use his Everlasting Spirit. Vega going to actually leap out of that. Epic now, the nature healer, has been drained of all his energy, and there's just nothing left in the tank. This tactic is working. Bulbarina's back in the fight, so he's going to get the main energy drain beam from Mojo. And even with energy pots, these healers are struggling. Bongo now gets poisoned and destroyed by Amir Shiro. Amir gets silenced, is going to need to reposition. Pockle, Geo, King Vega, all at half health or below. But the Ron Weasley team, they just don't have any energy to finish anybody off. They're trying their best. Miskatonic going to go down to Pockle. Mojo having to hold the point. Vega actually going super aggressive with not a lot of HP there. Needs to be careful. He does have that retaliate. Geo Ozzy is actually out of energy himself. If he doesn't have a pot available, this could be a big problem when everyone gets back. Mojo going to get poisoned. Bulbarina doing some seriously fast attacks with that one hand and torch. Vega with the grudge is trying to kill somebody, but it looks like the Ron Weasley guys might recover this one. I'm not sure. Vega silenced and brought down by Bulbarina's grudge. Pockle going to leap out. Miskatonic, though, goes down to Amir Shiro, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange. Still both healers active for the Ron Weasley team, but only one DPS. They really only have Bulbarina and the Claret. That is their entire DPS, because Dio, he does a lot of work with that mace, but damage is not something he does. All gathering there for Mojo. They've got to be careful if he gets into them with that mana drain. Dio going for the knock them off the point play, trying to extend the cap, but King Vega was able to evade that wind wall there. Pockle going to kill Dio, in fact. Cutting through him. Epic drained down to half energy. Puts the living armor out onto Miskatonic, who instantly gets purged, losing not only the living armor, but all of his Claret Blade stacks. He does still use that Stalker's Mighty Swing with only one stack. And that'll be a bit of a waste from him. Bongo now getting silenced. Epic practically out of energy, as well as Bongo. Not sure if they've got pots available. Mojo actually dropping quite low. Going to use that cooldown reduction helm to get his stuff ready, but it's not going to help as Miskatonic hits him with the poison potion, and he is finished. Amir Shiro going to kill Bulbarina. Miskatonic looking to kill Amir Shiro, not able to connect though. Pockle's got Epic's number, going to purge him straight away of all of those heal over times. In the meantime, King Vega struggling against Miskatonic and Dio. Miskatonic trying to chase him down. King Vega pops that retaliate, comes back in. Dio now has Protection of Nature. Pockle's going to try and leap out with those royal shoes, but he's going to die to an auto attack from the Holy Healer. This fight is going on forever, and Mojo once again full energy, full HP, trying to get in there, get in their faces and drain all their energy. Bulbarina with that grudge is forced off of the point. Pockle going to drop. Miskatonic doing some serious work with that Claret. They are purging him wherever possible, but he's hitting some really good mighty swings on some soft targets. Amir Shiro going to kite him back here. Pockle might go for that grudge onto him. There we go. And we're going to see people start to drop very, very quickly. Miskatonic is just getting punished. The poison pot was a little bit late. I think they might have got the kill if they'd poisoned a bit earlier. Bulbarina now grudged up, but does go down even with two healers stood next to him. The combo is so powerful. Pockle silence for the full duration. Geo Ozzy running low on energy, and this is still the second rotation. This is the second fight that we've seen go quite deep. Miskatonic's Protector of Nature. Spiritual Seed is going to pop and he's going to be just fine. Mojo being trained down by Dio and the boys now. Round and round and round the stone he goes. King Vega with the grudge. Trying to finish off Miskatonic. Good purge onto him from Dio though. Really countering that as soon as he can. Mojo gets silenced. Does have that beam out. Going to use the shield on himself. For now, King Vega's got his retaliate, but it's about to expire, and he's in a real dangerous spot. Surely King Vega's going to go down here. He lands on the mighty swing, and they do finish off Vega and King Mojo. They're pulling the kills back now, and this is going to get real close. But Emir Shiro kiting back. Bulbarina in a lot of trouble. Both healers, once again, so low on energy. They just can't sustain it. Like, Epic and Bongo. They're doing a great job of keeping everybody up. But Mojo's just done such a good job of draining them. They are going to capture the point, though, and it's going to go to 112 to 10 as we enter the third rotation. Looks like we've got Pockle and King Vega sneaking off for the invade. Bulbarina, though, is here with a healer. And we saw how this went for them last time without a purge. And they're actually opting not to go for it. They should get their own cap, no problem. Looks like Mojo going to sprint up there. But this is going to turn into a 5v4 now because Mojo spent a lot of time running around, repositioning. They never got their top cap. Emir Shiro's down, so somehow they're going to have to do a 3v5 at mid and pray they don't lose it to the Ron Weasley guys. But it's going to be a big ask right now. Mojo's only just got the cap point, so it's going to take him a while to get there. King Vega being punished by Bulbarina. Using that retaliate, though, Pockle and King Vega are able to put a huge amount of pressure onto Bulbarina. He does have two healers next to him, and actually King Vega going to be the one who pays with his life. Mojo is here, and he's actually switched it up now to the Empowering Beam for the Grudge Empowering Beam Annihilation cheese. The only way to ramp up that grudge even more and make it even more ridiculous than it currently is to use Empowering Beam on the curse who applied it. And then we get into the silly territory, but it's not going to do a lot of good here because a massive misplay on the capture points and, you know, miscommunication on their positioning means that actually it's going to be a 2-1 cap, it looks like, to the Ron Weasley crew. Unless they can get in deep. They're kind of trickling in one at a time, though. Mojo's dead. Pockle has only just respawned. And if they keep giving away kills like this, Bulbarina nearly brought down by Emir Shiro's grudge. But actually Miskatonic hitting the two-man mighty swing onto two. Mojo's still not respawned. King Vega has his retaliate purged. He loses all of his stacks. Pockle gets silenced as well as a side effect. Great work there. King Vega going to leap out. Does get some heals from Geo Ozzy. Geo Ozzy now super low on energy. Emir Shiro barely survives that. It was about 2 HP and a single Q attack from Miskatonic will finish him off. Geo narrowly avoiding the silence there. Mojo in with those Druid boots, starting to purge Bulbarina there of his grudge. King Vega now has the grudge, needs to get to work though. Eats a mighty swing, has the death curse as well. He needs to be careful. He's about to die in a few seconds unless he gets, never mind. Down he goes. He needed that cleanse, but Geo Ozzy was busy keeping Pockle alive. Looks like the Ron Weasley guy is firmly on top right now. Mojo in the backline. Bulbarina does have that protection nature. It's finally over. He's going to get silenced by that Demon Helm. Out comes the Mana Drain bubble. Bad times for the energy bars in the backline. Emir Shiro gets rooted, but they decide not to push too far because they know that he can kite him back. Geo Ozzy getting trained. Miskatonic hits the mighty swing. And now the washed up ninjas, they lose their healer. They're down 5 points due to all the kills as well. And I think they're going to have to drop down. King Vega's going to go down. Mojo still trying to drain energy. Epic, though, might drop here. They've purged him a little bit too early. Pockle is able to finish him off, though. And that will be that. Are they going to still fight for this point, though? I feel they're getting driven off of it. And it's costing them kills as they go. Oh dear, looks like the Ron Weasley boys have secured that, and with 10 minutes, 50 seconds to play, 81 to 98 is the scoreline, and now the washed up ninja is going to have to do some cap play to try and get that momentum back, and definitely going to have to counter this double healer annihilation. Pockle easily securing the top left cap, but the Ron Weasley squad, no invasion attempt from either team. So this one's going to go straight to the middle 5v5. And I feel that they really need to win this one. Could be in a lot of trouble if they don't. Amir Shiro with that frost armor already quite deep. Mojo draining energy. Dio might be able to get the silence and purge onto Amir, killing off that grudge and all the buffs. Bulbarina taking a lot of pressure, but does get that living armor and regenerates the full very, very quickly. Now coming out with his own purge, auto attacks, and that grudge combo. Puts the death curse onto King Vega. Mojo still very deep, getting a lot of value out of his energy drains here. That bubble doing some serious work. But Miskatronic is just executing people in the backline. Burberina actually going to go down. Mojo now off of the empowering beam and back onto the energy drain. We'll see how that works out. Once again, down comes the royal chess piece, draining Miska, Epic, Dio. He's got them all clumped up, which is ideal. Epic actually drops the druid sandals, the druid cowl rather, and Mojo just comes in with that mana drain bubble and just says, right, I'm gonna undo all of your hard work. Miskatonic doing some good stuff in the back line, but he's now completely out of energy, and he's not going to be able to build stacks and do a mighty swing with this little energy. Pops his Stalker's Hood and goes some auto attacks. Burberina got that grudge again. Good knockbacks, buying them a bit of time on the point, but the energy levels are so low. I think Geo Ozzy, though, he needs to remember that when King Mojo's using his chess piece to mana drain, he can actually regain energy himself by being in there. Amir Shiro putting the pressure on Dio. Dio, no energy to escape. Miskatonic now has enough energy for a mighty swing, but Amir Shiro is still charged up and running a pain train. I don't know where the healers were. Eplic was right there and just did absolutely nothing about it. Now he's got that protection of nature. He's got plenty of energy because he's had that pop, uses his everlasting spirit. But this time, they're going to be driven off. And actually, good play from the Ron Weasley crew, opting not to carry on this fight and throw away kills. They know they'll be training in one at a time because of the respawns. And I really like this play. Looks like Pockle and Amir Shiro are going to go for the invade. Burberina's already there. I think they maybe showed themselves a little bit too early. Epic should be able to control this, but we'll see basically if there's a purge. If there's a purge for Burberina, living armor, then they'll be fine. They should be able to push this through because Epic now has nothing left in the tank to keep him alive. Amir Shiro going to get the poison pot out, but gets poisoned himself. And now it's Epic versus two DPSers, and that was a really nice play. Even with the ice block, they were still able to purge that living armor. Epic whiffs his leap as well. He's got protection of nature. He's trying to kite them both until Miskatonic can get there. Miskatonic now involved, but he could be in trouble as well because I think the purge is almost up for living armor, and Mojo's here with the energy drain. Do they have a purge ready for it? They do not. Epic is out of energy though. Miskatonic's back up to full. Does run that Stalker's mighty swing and misses everything. Amir Shiro might go down to this poison potion. I think he will unless there's a shield. He's going to use block to try and survive. Mojo could have put one shield on him and I think he would have been okay. But now, is there just nobody capturing the mid? Because this is an all-out brawl. Pockle's going to go down. Mojo is on the point. There's 4 people fighting him here. Where on earth is everybody else? This is so weird. Like, the mid should have changed hands with this amount of people. But it seems like they are going to bring down Mojo, capture their own point, and it's going to go to the fight in the middle. Nearly had that invade. I thought they did really well, but quick reactions from the Ron Weasley guys. Able to rotate some more players up there and just protect it at all costs because they really didn't want to let that slip, because that actually would have given the washed up ninjas the chance to drag this last fight out for a long time and just finish it via means of the timer. King Vega almost dies to Miskatonic's mighty swing. Mortal Agony combination. Geo is in the backline though. Death Curse comes out and actually bounces into the retaliate. King Vega had the energy drain bubble as well, which of course gives resistance at the same time. So the reflection was actually pretty painful. Miskatonic once again. Mortal Agony mighty swing. This time connecting cleanly with Pockle, but not quite enough to finish him off. Berberina getting trained. They're not going to let him sit there and do his grudge nonsense. Even with 2 healers, the damage coming out onto him is phenomenal. Miskatonic getting the living armor. This time King Vega with the grudge. Dio, what quick with the purge. King Vega got that grudge and it was purged so quickly. King Vega now has the death curse on him. Geo might not opt to cleanse him though in case he gets silenced straight after. I do agree with that play. King Vega is actually able to disjoint the death curse anyway, so negating a lot of damage. Purge coming out onto Bongo now, but Amir Shiro has been dropped in the meantime. Mojo activating his royal chess piece, but not able to connect with anyone. And this is an absolute brawl here. 56 to 63 though. This last point is going to be so important. Geo Aussie, 1 hit from death. The poison potion comes out. The leap is not going to be enough, and Berberina's dots are going to tick away, finish him off. Amir Shiro able to put some good pressure out onto Miskatonic. Actually opted to change targets very early onto Bongo. I think they might have been able to finish Miska if they'd worked together there. Mojo desperately trying to hold the point. He's going to drop. It's ticking up very, very quickly. And I think this is going to rotate. No, Amir Shiro blocks through the wind wall. Very, very nice. But is going to pay with his life. King Vega's on there as well, and I think at this point they're just throwing away kills where they'd be better off resetting and just going for an invade play, because it's just extra points they're going to have to recover, and those extra kills mean that even if they take a 2-cap in the next rotation, they're still going to be behind. So that's a bit of a problem if you ask me. 10 seconds until the next one. Geo Aussie is 1v3 currently in the middle, and King Vega hasn't even respawned yet. Dio is on the point. Amir going to try and poke him a little bit with that bow. Pockle is now there, and down comes the grudge. Enchanted Quiver combo. Miskatonic as well getting punished, but Dio purges everything, and the snare charge meant that he couldn't keep the pressure up. And I think this has been brilliant play from Dio. He's been the unsung hero of this. We've seen Miska doing some real manic damage with his combo. But at the same time, Dio has been there just shutting down that grudge as much as he can every time he's got Battle Howl. He's also been trying to snare them so they can't chase up the fights. He's played brilliantly. He does go down there, and it looks like on top right now for the washed up ninjas. The respawns are desperately going to slow down. They could take this to within 11 points, maybe even closer depending on kills. But we'll see how they follow up. Geo Aussie now running the Fear chess piece, trying to control the point. Epic in the back line is just going to try and delay until his teammates can get back. They know that they're 2 minutes away from winning this. No matter how many kills go their way now, Epic is going to go down. Berberina is going to go down. No matter how many kills go their way, if they can drag this one out, they will win this match. If they can even drag it to 30 seconds because of the reset, it will be game over. And they're just going to throw bodies on. They're going to be disciplined with their defensives. They're not going to tunnel vision, because all they need is for this cap not to change. 60 seconds on the clock now with a 30-second reset on the stones. They just need to hold on. Dio's going in deep. They're putting the pressure out, but this is where a 2-healer setup excels at just surviving. King Mojo and King Vega nearly dropping there. Miskatonic actually able to finish Mojo, and that puts them out of the 2-cap range. And I think the Ron Weasley boys have just about done enough here. They surely are going to see this one out. Only 60 seconds left. Pockle and Vega desperately trying to take point. Look at that blue bar on the cap as well. They are millimeters away from this cap. If they just were able to win wall everybody off, they would have it. But not going to happen. Dio actually getting a bit of the cap back with a nicely positioned win wall. Pockle going to get armor pierced. 5 seconds now before the critical point. And this match is all over. The Ron Weasley guys, they had to fight for it. But they're going to take victory over the washed up ninjas here in round 5. And be looking pretty strong at the top end of the group. Joining the Straight Bangers and a couple of other teams. A solid showing from them. And we discussed this last week. We honestly thought that the Mana Drain comp was going to be the one to do it. We thought that would be the counter to these double healer things, but they just couldn't push the damage through. And a lot of it was down to Dio negating their DPS plan very, very early.